You can eat perfectly clean, take every supplement on the shelf, hit the gym like clockwork. But if you're still obsessively counting carbs, you might actually be making your blood sugar worse. That's right. All those hours spent measuring every slice of bread, every scoop of rice, every potato on your plate, it could be backfiring. Instead of protecting your energy and your waistline, you're fueling spikes that leave you exhausted, irritable, and craving sugar like never before. Picture this. It's 3 p.m., and despite all your efforts, your energy crashes. Your focus disappears, your cravings hit their peak, and that stubborn weight around your belly refuses to budge. You've been told it's a willpower problem, but it's not. The truth is far more surprising. Counting carbs alone is only scratching the surface. There's a hidden mechanism deep inside your body controlling sugar. And once you understand it, you'll never have to obsess over numbers again. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could completely transform your relationship with food, energy, and your body. And if you're over 45, this is especially crucial, because your metabolism isn't broken. It's just reacting to signals you haven't learned to master yet. In the next few minutes, you'll discover a natural, science-backed way to lower sugar, curb cravings, and reclaim energy without deprivation, calculators, or guilt. Hi, I'm George, and today we're diving into a silent energy thief affecting millions every single day. Blood sugar spikes. You might not even notice it at first, but these spikes are quietly stealing your energy, focus, and even your confidence. As we age, our bodies respond differently to the foods we eat. Our bodies, what used to work in your 30s, like a sweet breakfast cereal, a hearty sandwich for lunch, or even the occasional indulgent dessert, can now leave you feeling drained, jittery, and craving sugar again by mid-afternoon. It's frustrating, and it can feel like your body is betraying you. Most people think the fix is simple. Count carbs, avoid sugar, skip pasta, bread, rice, or potatoes, and the problem will vanish. But here's the truth. Your body isn't just tallying carbs like a spreadsheet. It's reacting to hormones, stress, sleep patterns, and even the timing of your meals. You could be eating low carb and still experience energy crashes, mood swings, and stubborn fat gain, all because the underlying mechanisms aren't being addressed. This challenge becomes even more pronounced after 45. Insulin sensitivity naturally declines with age, and your pancreas may not release insulin as efficiently when it's needed. That's why your energy plummets, cravings intensify, and stubborn fat, especially around the belly, starts to accumulate despite your best efforts. You've probably been told it's just a matter of discipline, but the reality is very different. Your body is asking for a smarter, more strategic approach. In this video, I'll break down exactly what's happening inside your body when sugar spikes occur, reveal the hidden triggers most people completely overlook, and show you a simple, science-backed strategy to naturally lower sugar levels. No obsessive carb counting, no guilt, and no deprivation, just a practical, sustainable way to reclaim energy, reduce cravings, and finally feel in control of your body again. By the end of this video, you'll understand why what worked in the past isn't working now, and you'll have actionable tools you can implement immediately. And if you're over 45, this knowledge could transform the way your body processes sugar, your energy throughout the day, and even how easily your body stores fat. So stay with me, because what comes next will challenge everything you thought you knew about carbs, sugar, and energy, and give you the keys to balance your blood sugar naturally, without obsessing over every bite. Let's start with the problem. Most people focus exclusively on the carbs themselves. Bread is bad, pasta is bad, potatoes are bad. You've probably been there, reading labels, weighing your food, counting every gram like it's some kind of math test. But here's the truth. Your blood sugar doesn't rise simply because you ate carbs. It spikes because of how your body handles those carbs when you eat them, and how stressed or depleted your system is at the time. Take Sarah, 52, for example. She meticulously tracked every carb she ate throughout the day. Breakfast was carb light, no toast, no cereal. Lunch avoided rice and pasta. Dinner was measured to perfection. On paper, she was doing everything right. But every afternoon, like clockwork, her energy collapsed. Her focus disappeared. She felt irritable, moody, and her cravings for chocolate or sweets became almost unbearable. Her doctor told her to cut even more carbs, but the result? Frustration, hunger, and a growing sense of defeat. So what was really happening? When you constantly restrict carbs, your body interprets it as stress. Stress hormones, especially cortisol, are released, signaling your liver to dump stored sugar into your bloodstream. That temporary surge gives a brief boost, but then a crash inevitably follows, leaving you more tired and craving more sugar than before. Counting carbs doesn't stop this cycle, it just traps you inside it. Meal timing is another hidden culprit. Skipping breakfast, delaying lunch, or going long stretches without protein and fiber creates extreme swings in blood sugar. You could be eating low-carb meals, but if they aren't balanced for your hormones and digestion, you'll still experience those energy crashes and cravings. Your body isn't fooled by numbers on a label. It responds to patterns, timing, and nutrient combinations. And here's a big myth buster. Sugar itself isn't the enemy. You've probably been told sugar is toxic and must be avoided at all costs. Not exactly. Sugar only becomes a problem when your insulin and blood sugar regulation are out of balance. When insulin isn't functioning properly, sugar gets stored as fat, creates inflammation, and triggers relentless cravings. But when your insulin is optimized, sugar from fruit, vegetables, or even moderate carbs becomes fuel instead of a problem. The takeaway? Counting carbs is a band-aid, not a cure. It addresses a number, not the underlying problem. The real solution lies in regulating blood sugar at the hormonal and cellular level, supporting your body so it can process sugar efficiently, maintain energy, and keep cravings in check. Until you understand this, no amount of carb counting will truly work, and you'll remain stuck in the crash and crave cycle. Sarah's story isn't unique. It mirrors what millions of adults over 45 experience every day. You're not lazy, undisciplined, or failing. Your body is simply reacting to signals it hasn't been given the right tools to manage. Understanding the hidden mechanics of sugar and insulin is the first step toward freedom from carb obsession and energy crashes. In the next section, we'll uncover the hidden truths behind why your body struggles to handle sugar and what science says about the real levers you can pull to stabilize energy naturally. Once you see the mechanisms in play, you'll realize why every carb-counting effort before this point may have been working against you. Here's the hidden truth. Your body has a natural rhythm for blood sugar, a delicate system regulated primarily by insulin, glucagon, and a lesser-known but critical hormone called incretin. These hormones work together to keep blood sugar steady after meals. When they're in sync, your body handles sugar efficiently, energy stays stable, and fat storage is minimized. But when this rhythm gets disrupted, even slightly, even healthy foods like fruit, sweet potatoes, or whole grains can trigger blood sugar spikes. Research from the Journal of Metabolic Health shows that adults over 45 often experience a diminished incretin response, meaning the pancreas releases insulin slower than it should after a meal. The result? Sugar lingers in your bloodstream, energy crashes occur, and excess sugar is stored as fat, especially around the belly and midsection. This is why many adults over 45 find it nearly impossible to keep weight off, no matter how carefully they eat. Stress is another hidden trigger that's often overlooked. Elevated cortisol from work pressures, poor sleep, or even intense workouts can signal the liver to release stored glucose into the blood, independent of what you've eaten. That means you're not necessarily eating too many carbs. Your body is dumping sugar unnecessarily, creating spikes, crashes, and cravings. And here's the kicker. What really stabilizes blood sugar isn't carb restriction alone. It's balancing fiber, protein, and meal timing. When meals are structured for slow digestion and gradual absorption, sugar rises steadily instead of spiking. But most people focus only on carb numbers, skipping the critical step of building meals that support hormonal balance and digestion. Let me tell you about Michael, 58, who struggled for years. He counted carbs obsessively, but every afternoon he felt drained, irritable, and craving sweets. Then he learned a simple approach. Combine protein, fiber, and healthy fats at every meal. No strict carb counting. No deprivation. Within weeks, his energy stabilized, cravings disappeared, and he felt more in control of his body than he had in years. The hidden truth is clear. It's not about avoiding carbs. It's about managing your body's response to sugar naturally through strategic eating, timing, and nutrients that support hormonal balance. When you address these underlying factors, your energy steadies, cravings fade, and your body can finally process sugar efficiently without the need for obsessive tracking or restrictive diets. By understanding these mechanisms, you start to see why counting carbs alone fails. Your blood sugar isn't just a number. It's a story about your hormones, stress levels, sleep quality, and meal structure. Fixing it requires more than avoidance. It requires intelligent alignment with your body's natural rhythms. In the next section, we'll dive into the solution, the specific habits, foods, and nutrients that can stabilize sugar naturally, curb cravings, and restore steady energy. These are simple, science-backed steps that anyone over 45 can start using immediately. Now that we understand why sugar spikes happen, let's focus on the solution. There are 3 powerful, science-backed strategies to naturally lower blood sugar without obsessing over every carb you eat. These are practical, easy to implement, and especially effective for adults over 45. First, prioritize protein and fiber at every meal. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar by slowing digestion and stimulating incretin hormones, which tell your pancreas to release insulin at the right time. Fiber slows the absorption of glucose, preventing sudden spikes. For example, adding a handful of nuts, a serving of Greek yogurt, or a scoop of beans to your lunch can make a huge difference. Timing is just as important. Protein in the morning kickstarts metabolism and reduces midday energy crashes. A common mistake many people make is eating carbs alone in the morning, like cereal or toast with jam. This triggers a spike before lunch, setting the stage for crashes and cravings later. Take Margaret, 62, for example. She used to start her day with toast and jam. Then by mid-afternoon, she was reaching for chocolate bars. By swapping her breakfast for eggs and vegetables, her blood sugar stayed steady, and she no longer experienced those desperate afternoon cravings. Second, introduce cinnamon and apple cider vinegar. Both have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and slow sugar absorption. A teaspoon of cinnamon sprinkled into morning coffee or oatmeal, or a small glass of diluted apple cider vinegar before meals, can dramatically reduce post-meal spikes. The mistake here is overdoing it or using low-quality supplements with fillers. Start small and be consistent. John, 55, began adding just a teaspoon of cinnamon to his breakfast routine. Within 2 weeks, he noticed fewer sugar cravings and much more stable energy throughout the day. No deprivation, no complicated dieting, just a simple tweak that worked with his body. Third, balance meals with healthy fats. Avocado, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish slow digestion, reduce sugar surges, and support hormone production. Many adults avoid fats, thinking they cause weight gain, but the right fats actually help your body store less sugar as fat and burn energy more efficiently. Lisa, 57, was afraid of fats and avoided them completely. Once she started adding avocado and salmon to her meals, she noticed her afternoon energy crash disappeared, and she stayed steady until dinner. Her cravings vanished, and she finally felt in control of her hunger. The key is combining these 3 strategies consistently. Protein plus fiber at every meal, cinnamon or apple cider vinegar, and healthy fats. This approach doesn't require strict carb counting, measuring every bite, or depriving yourself. Instead, it trains your body to handle sugar naturally, stabilizes energy, reduces cravings, and helps your metabolism work the way it was designed to. These are simple, sustainable strategies, but the results are profound. With a little planning and consistency, your afternoons can become energized and focused instead of foggy and craving-filled. And this isn't theory. It works in real life, for people just like Margaret, John, and Lisa. In the next section, we'll cover what to avoid. The mistakes most people make that sabotage sugar control even when they're trying hard to eat healthy. These are critical because even the best strategies won't work if your habits are unknowingly working against you. Now, let's be crystal clear about what to avoid. Even when you're trying your best, a few common mistakes can completely undo all your hard work and keep your blood sugar out of control. First, don't skip meals or restrict carbs excessively. When you go long periods without food, your body interprets it as stress. Cortisol rises, signaling your liver to release stored sugar into your bloodstream. That spike might give you temporary energy, but it inevitably leads to crashes and cravings. Second, avoid high-sugar, healthy snacks. Things like fruit smoothies, protein bars, or energy bites can feel healthy, but if eaten alone, without protein, fiber, or fat, they can trigger the very sugar spikes you're trying to prevent. Third, don't ignore sleep and stress. Poor sleep, chronic stress, and even late-day caffeine disrupt insulin response, making your body store more sugar as fat and creating energy crashes. This is exactly where most people go wrong. They obsess over good and bad carbs, meticulously count grams, and still struggle because they ignore the hormonal and lifestyle factors driving sugar imbalances. Correcting this isn't about a calculator, it's about a holistic approach that includes meals, timing, nutrients, stress management, and sleep. Remember Michael, Margaret, and Lisa? Their success wasn't about eliminating carbs entirely. It came from balancing meals, timing nutrients effectively, and managing lifestyle factors that support natural blood sugar control. When you avoid these common pitfalls, your body begins to respond the way it was designed to. Energy stabilizes, cravings fade, and sugar no longer controls your day. Skipping meals, over-restricting carbs, relying on healthy sugar-laden snacks, and ignoring stress and sleep. These are the silent saboteurs that make sugar control feel impossible. By addressing these, you create the foundation for the strategies we discussed in the last section to actually work naturally and sustainably. The key takeaway: it's not about extreme diets, deprivation, or obsessive carb tracking. It's about avoiding hidden mistakes that trigger spikes and aligning your meals, lifestyle, and habits with your body's natural rhythm. Once you stop these common errors, your body starts to regulate sugar on its own. Energy levels stabilize, cravings diminish, and your metabolism begins to work with you, not against you. In the final section, we'll recap all the key lessons, share one bonus tip for even better blood sugar control, and I'll give you a simple, actionable habit you can start today to take full control of your energy and cravings. Let's recap everything we've covered. Counting carbs obsessively is not the solution. To truly lower sugar naturally, you need to focus on how your body handles sugar, not just the numbers on your plate. That means prioritizing protein and fiber at every meal, incorporating cinnamon or apple cider vinegar, and balancing meals with healthy fats. At the same time, avoid skipping meals, relying on healthy sugar-laden snacks, and neglecting your sleep and stress levels. These habits can either sabotage or support your blood sugar, and your energy depends on it. Here's a bonus tip that many people overlook. Include a short walk after meals, even just 5 minutes. This simple action dramatically improves sugar control by helping your muscles take up glucose naturally, reducing spikes and crashes. It's effortless, it doesn't require any special equipment, and it works with your body instead of against it. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these strategies have you been getting wrong? Which tip will you start implementing today? Drop your answers in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing about your progress. Your experience could inspire someone else watching this video to finally take control of their energy and cravings. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in our next video, we're going to reveal the one supplement most adults over 45 are taking wrong, a supplement that secretly spikes sugar and fat storage. And I'll show you exactly how to fix it so your energy, weight, and metabolism can finally work for you. You won't want to miss it. Remember, you don't have to fear carbs. You don't have to obsess over every bite or deprive yourself. You just need to feed your body in a way that aligns with your metabolism, hormones, and lifestyle. Stop counting, start balancing, and watch your energy stabilize, cravings disappear, and your health transform naturally. Take action today. Implement just one of the strategies we talked about. Notice the change, and build from there. Your body has the ability to regulate sugar on its own. It just needs the right support. And when you give it that support, the results are not just temporary, they're life-changing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we dive even deeper into hidden sugar traps and the simple tweaks that can restore your energy, metabolism, and confidence without ever counting another carb.